What's up?
What's going on, Adrian?
Not much. Just in the heart of the global pandemic.
Jeez.
Made it. I mean, you made it so far.
New Yorkers want to be the best at everything, man.
I swear, bro, it really is like that, though. Like, it's a weird sense of like both like, wow, man, this is real bad, and also like, wait, we're number one? Let's go.
Top of the charts. What's up?
I was like, New York, baby.
Right.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Can't Tell Us Nothing show. This is what you're listening to right now. The sounds of Can't Tell Us Nothing here on the Zoom space from the comforts of our own home. What Can't Tell Us Nothing, you get Tandy. You get John.
What's up?
You get Amici.
Hey.
And you get myself, Antoine. And Can't Tell Us Nothing is a Houston-based improv group. And what this show is we take opinions, discussions, topics, turn that into improv scenes on the spot, get right back into the discussion. Sometimes we're joined by a special guest. Today is a very special guest. We're joined by New York-based comedian Adrian Frimpong. Say hello, Adrian.
What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
How's it going, man? Tell the people a little bit more about what you do.
Yeah. So I've been in New York. I'm originally from Houston. That's how I know a bunch of folks on this pod. And then I moved to New York in 2014 and started doing improv and sketch and stand-up and been doing that ever since.
Yeah, that's Adrian was one of my favorite improvisers in the Houston scene. He had a duo called Adrian and Adrian that they did. It was one of my favorite duos I've ever seen, ever.
Yeah.
and that's kind of how I know.
Legendary. Yeah, it's legendary. That's how I was introduced to the name Adrian, was through the Adrian and Adrian. There was a scene somebody was describing where you guys were doing some kind of like military, setup, and you guys were playing every character in the line. Yeah, so that was the first time I've heard your name. But as far as I was concerned, it was like, oh man, it was a dope black dude doing improv, and I missed it.
One of many now. I'm like, that's always a cool goal. But yeah, thank you. That means a lot. Just because I feel like I just got lucky coming up in Houston at the time I did, and there happened to be a place to do comedy at all, like especially improv comedy. So I think it's awesome where it's like gone. Especially after I left, like it's exploded. I'm like, dang, maybe I left too early.
But you can make good things happen in New York too, man. Like I remember you had TOS, right? You're a part of that?
Yeah. Terms of Service.
I saw several very funny skits, man. And then you've done things with some bigger names too, right?
Yeah, I've gotten the opportunity since being out here. Started doing a bunch of stuff with the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater out here. Started doing, got a couple opportunities to be in some Comedy Central sketches that went on digital. Was on one of my sketch teams. Kids These Days was on NBC's Bring the Funny last year. It was just like crazy.
Yeah.
Last year was crazy. In a lot of ways.
Wow.
Last year was crazy, but this year has been extra crazy.
Damn.
Man.
No comparison.
Yeah, it's a trip. Yeah.
Yeah, you're in New York, and it's like the heart of it right now. Like, what's it like over there? As a citizen and as like a entertainer and comedian.
That's as a citizen, it's jarring. I've never seen the city in this kind of a state where for this long folks are staying indoors, but like it's still what I'm learning about the city is that, man, New Yorkers really don't care though. Like they really, and I said, like, even despite like a bunch of like the governor Cuomo keeps like, he's like, hey, stay indoors, man, like maintain social distancing. Like New Yorkers find ways to be like, yeah, but like how far from each other? Like we're all, I see so many people at the park, and I'm at the park too. So like, like being mad at people, I'm like, y'all shouldn't be here, but also now that we are here, that's okay. Like,
nobody else. Yeah.
As an entertainer, it's been very jarring. Just seeing a bunch of like the venues struggle to meet this new challenge. How to like stay open. Like some theaters like deciding to close doors. Some theaters are offering like digital offerings, trying to do like Instagram. I see a bunch of folks doing Instagram live shows. I know like Adrian has done you guys talked about earlier. He's also my roommate. He plays the piano for a bunch of musical improv groups in the city, so he's doing like a couple of those weekly shows. But it's like also hard to, for me, it's like hard to write because I feel like we're still in it. So there's like the silver lining is hard for me to suss out, like especially with like, I want to treat this situation with the gravity that it deserves, because like, people are dying, so it's hard to jump back and forth being like, Corona, how bad is it? Like, well, like people are going to the hospital. So in that sense, that's made it a challenge to still be funny. Especially given what is literally outside my door. So I'm still trying to figure that out. Like I think like platforms like this, that these exist, like this is a part of like my outlet, both like, participant of it as well as like engaging, watching, consuming, like trying to stay involved in any sense.
Gotcha.
But you and Adrian are still together, roommates.
That's silver lining.
Talking about serious stuff, but you know me.
Still roommates, yeah. Yeah, we have a tour wheel going on, and like, I've been eyeing the trash. I'm like, man, he could really take that out. And,
we
so kind of cool.
We cut to two roommates in a cabin in the woods. Hey, Amici.
Mm-hmm.
It's a zombie apocalypse outside. You know this. This has been going on for months.
Uh-huh.
Do you really think it's the best time to be writing a zombie movie? Like, is that appropriate right now? I don't think people are really looking for that.
I mean, to be fair, I started writing this right before the apocalypse hit. And I don't want it to be wasted work, I had 10 pages done already.
Okay. Yeah, that's barely anything. But I've been eyeing the trash, and it hasn't moved. We got the chore wheel, man. You're over here working on your zombie movie that no one's going to watch. The trash is overflowing, and zombies might smell it.
I know. I'm using that as motivation, like, finish the movie, take out the trash. As soon as I get the movie done, I'll take out the trash. So,
what are you going to do when the movie once it's done? Who's going to buy it, man? We don't even know what the world's going to look like a month from now. I say forget the movie. Throw it in the trash and take it out. I'm sorry I'm so mad right now.
I can't do that. Put a little work into this.
I put a lot of work in the bar and the door. That was my chore, is to make sure that there was wood and barricades in the door, and I handled that.
Yeah, apologies for not helping with that. I was on like page 12, and there was like this really, really tough scene I was trying to crack.
Yeah, how many pages have you written so far?
Let me look. See.
Like total, because there was 10 before this whole thing went down.
Uh-huh. I'm on page 13.
Did you say 13 or 113?
13, 1, 3, yeah. But I mean, it's 13 solid pages, though,
Give me the script.
Okay,
Give me that script right now. I'm throwing it away.
Don't throw it away.
I'm gonna throw it out this window as soon as I unnail it and open it.
No, like, read it first. Let
the zombies read it. You need to get to work, man. You have me doing all this work because you're so creative, because you're an artist.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be an artist too. But I put that aside to work on what's important right now.
We cut to outside with the zombie right outside the door. Hey, hey, man, is this a script right here?
You see a script over there?
Yeah, hold on. Let me look through the pages.
If I don't like it, I'm eating it.
Oh, it's about us, man.
Who do you mean it's about us?
Let me read this. Scene 1. Zombies step outside of door. Look inside window. I don't think that really captures my spirit, man. I don't think that if I was outside the door, I'd look inside the window. I'd go straight to the door and try to pull it open.
Let's bang on this door and so we can give this guy some feedback.
All right.
If he wants a real zombie apocalypse movie, we'll give it to him.
That's right. Boom, boom, boom.
We got back inside. Hey, do you think they might know some agents or something? Maybe I could.
No, I think they might want to eat our brains.
No, I'm gonna open the door. Let's open the door.
Don't open the door. I just barred that thing.
I know.
Stop taking nails out.
I'm gonna pull these nails out. This might be my big break. I can't pass it up.
It's gonna be the big break of your skin when they bite you. I'm hiding in the closet.
Okay, I want to take that risk. I'm gonna open the door.
Hey, we're zombies.
Hi there.
We read this shitty script of yours.
It's terrible.
It's terrible.
It doesn't reflect who we really are. I mean, did you really know any zombies before you started this?
No, I started before the apocalypse. So I didn't know any zombies at the time. Nobody did.
Oh, well, there it is.
It sounds like you should have took advantage of the research opportunities.
There's so much on the internet about zombies. You didn't read anything? You don't have any?
We cut to a month from now. They have like storyboards up. There's like a whiteboard. There's a couple other zombies at a table read. Okay, page 14. Do we really want to introduce the love interest at this point? I mean, I feel like we could still play that game a little longer.
No, I think we go for it, like right here.
If we have to introduce it any later, I'm gonna eat this damn script.
And
right?
scene.
That was dope. That was
The undead give you notes.
yeah. I love storyboarding in zombies.
With zombies in the room, man. So, what would you be doing if this was normal New York City?
Man, I tell myself that I would be like exercising a lot more, but I honestly, I don't know if I would be. I'm like, I was gonna do half a marathon training. I was.
Damn, COVID.
COVID. I was gonna get.
I was just about to get as swole as I've ever been.
I was like, it's so small. Oh, this summer was gonna be bitty.
Yeah.
COVID
fitness is a thing, man. So excuse.
Yeah, it's different though. Yeah, it's different for me inside.
Dude, I've been seeing people use the YouTube exercise videos, and one of my family members sent my wife one of the twerking exercise, YouTube videos. This lady twerks literally for 45 minutes. And my wife was so hyped to do that, man. She did 5 minutes of that shit and was done. Done. She's laid. I walk in the room. She's laid out on the ground. I look at YouTube, just a bunch of booties just bouncing. I was like, "Damn, you got L'd out like that."
You got to build up 45 minutes.
There's levels to twerking. I had no
idea.
There's
levels to twerking. Legs are bent.
Man.
You can't just join up with the strip club just because. You got to do some training.
No, you just do a couple
hours.
Yeah.
You can watch the one YouTube video, do 5 minutes, and roll up that.
No.
Not at all. We cut to outside of Dreams Gentlemen's Club. So Tandy, I heard that you've been putting a lot of work in those gym, and you about ready to
21, 20, hold on, 23,
Okay. All right. Let me get out your way. All right. Let me get out your way. She
That's all right.
bouncing it right now. She bouncing it right now.
I was just doing 25 reps. So what would you say now? Go ahead.
What I wanted to say is I'm ready to give you that chance.
Yeah.
Are you ready to make some real money?
I've been working on it. Let me tell you, I had my twerk coach.
Okay.
Coach Shimmy.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Shimmy been working with me.
He's still out there training.
Yes. Shimmy ain't hung up his shimmies yet. He's still working it out.
He's still working it out.
When I first started out, I could only do 5 minutes, right? You know, he was like, you ain't gonna never make it with that. And I was like, okay, well, show me what to do. Shimmy got me up to 55 minutes straight twerking, no break, no water, nothing. I mean, I've even tried to work on my sweating. I used to sweat a lot, but I've been able to cut back on a lot of my sweating under his tutelage.
Well, you keep talking like that, you're gonna make the A team because you know I can't have no sweaty girls on my stage.
I know it was a big problem for me at first because you know this is exercise.
I know.
Okay.
Well, it's theatrical exercise is what it is.
Well, is it really? Because you know when you really look at it, if you talk about the cardio involved, I mean I don't know about you, but I also I follow a fitness plan. There's Twerking International. They you know I wear a heart monitor and I submit you know my workouts to them and they give me feedback. Let me know you know different electrolytes I can drink.
Well, let me interrupt you right now for a second, Tandy. Yeah. The only blood circulation that my clients care about is the one going to their Johnson. All right. So I want you to, if you as in shape as you think you are,
yeah,
I want to put you on my stage tonight.
I am so ready. Hold on, let me put my headband on. All right, I got my waist trainer.
Your waist trainer?
Yeah, I got the waist trainer on. Yeah, you got to have all of this on. This is going to help me with my core muscle strength.
Shimmy giving you waist trainers now?
Yeah, and I got my knee pads on. Hold on, let me put my wristbands on so that I can, you know, keep the sweat down. And
what is skin at? What is skin at?
Hold on, I got to put my cooling towel on.
Nah, you putting too much on now, Tandy. I told you I was going to give you a chance and you came back and you're in shape. You came back with a damn football gear on. I can't put that shit on my stage. What the hell is Shimmy talking to these girls nowadays?
This is a sport, sir. Contrary to popular belief, I know men may get off on it, but I promise you, after 2 more months of doing this, I will be able to join the twerk marathon. And the first prize for the first twerk marathon of this year is gonna get $50,000 and a red Mercedes.
I don't know if you're gonna do the twerk marathon this year. You're not gonna do it with all those knee pads and all that stuff.
I got a resting heart rate of 55.
These
I'm telling
girls,
you, this thing is gonna happen.
I got girls right now that have been twerking for the last 2 hours straight.
2 hours.
2 hours. Your little 55 minutes. Shimmy getting old now. If he got you putting on all these knee pads and stuff, because to do a marathon, you're gonna have to twerk your ass a long time, longer than 55 minutes. All right. But I got some girls in my club that can show you some stuff. You want to come in? Just come in.
Yeah, just give me a shot. Yeah, give me a shot. I want to see.
Yeah, just let me give you a shot. All right.
All right. Hold on. Let me get my jet bag.
Let me call one of them. Tootsie.
Yeah.
Tootsie, we got Tandy here. She says that she can twerk 55 minutes straight. Tell her how long you twerk, just to get a little taste. Like, how long did you just get done twerking?
My PB is 3 hours and 17 minutes.
God damn, 3 hours and 17.
But you know what? I really like her knee pads. Can I get some of those?
Yeah, I got an extra set in my gym bag. Hold on a minute.
Hey, you know, I like your whole outfit. It looks wonderful.
Thanks. You know, the waist trainer really helps with my core strength.
All right, Tootsie, now, come on now. I just asked you one question. I asked you go into all of that extra stuff now.
No, she looks really cool. I want that stuff too.
But you know our customers don't care about the knee pads and the shoulder pads and the headband. They want to see
how
skin.
How do you know if we've never tried it?
Exactly.
All right. Okay. Fair enough.
Thanks.
Tootsie.
And so they started wearing more protective gear as they twerked and hit strip poll, and certainly their clientele started to change. There's less random dudes trying to get off and more guys interested in physical fitness and joint health and things. We got the 2 guys in the audience. Oh, yo, man, look at the knee pads on her. She's protecting her joints real well. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, me too, man.
I tried to get my wife some knee pads. Like, yo, when you moving around the house, if the floor is a little wet, you got to watch out. You could pop your knee out of place.
Man, not even that, man.
Something. But she won't even wear that stuff. That's why I had to come here.
Man, I was running around the house one day, getting my blood pressure up.
Oh, I know.
Nice stable rate. Bumped my knee on the corner of a table, man.
Oh, bro.
I couldn't do CrossFit for 3 weeks, man.
See, you weren't wearing your pads, though. I bet your wife wouldn't let you wear them in the house, right?
She would let me wear them in the house, man.
That's what I'm saying. These girls get it, though. These girls get it. It's just,
I get exactly what you're saying, man. So I'm thinking about leaving my wife, too.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
That's exactly what you're saying.
How y'all doing?
Oh, here come one.
We doing real good,
All right.
Real good.
All right, look, I got this headband right here. Y'all want to put that headband on me
What's
right
that made
now?
out of? Is that polyester? Or?
You mind if I check your blood pressure on your Apple Watch there?
Oh, please do. Go ahead, push those buttons.
You go and let him touch the Apple Watch.
Yeah. See, he can push those buttons while you put this headband on my head to stop the sweat from dripping in my eyes.
I will gladly. You need to make sure you don't get salt in those eyes. It'll burn.
All right. And listen, I don't know what they told you, but we do have a private back room where you can take that waist trainer off and put it back on. It's got a zip and it's got like 2 Velcro.
Insane.
Oh, that's great.
That's so weird.
No, like I have a knee injury, so I was like, I might attend just to see. Talk about, oh, she put the brace on. Oh my
God.
Oh man, she's gonna be able to bend her knees when she's 80. Look at that. Protecting it now.
Protecting it now. Yeah. She future planning. I love that in a woman. Yeah. Man.
Yeah.
So do you miss Houston at all?
Very good pivot. Very seamless. Yeah. I miss just being in the city. I feel like I didn't even get to spend enough time there, like in Houston proper. Like I was there for maybe like 2.5 years after I graduated school, and before that, like undergrad isn't. Even though I was at Rice, it didn't feel like Houston proper. Like I felt like I was actually starting to experience the city once I graduated. But even in that brief time, I loved like being in Houston. And I still feel like every time I go back, it's changed so much. Like I left in 2014, so it's almost been like a little over 6 years. And
where are you from originally? I thought you were native Houstonian.
I grew up in, I'd say like the border of Sugar Land and A-Leaf.
Okay. I'm sorry. Never mind. Okay.
You let me finish.
That's Houston, man. What are you? I'm thinking.
No,
you said Houston. You just talking about like downtown Houston.
Some people say
inside
that.
The loop.
Yeah, inside the loop. Well, but even then, I was like just barely inside the loop.
Did you see how I lean back? How I'm out of the conversation? Houston, what were you? I mean, you sold me something false. I was thinking, I'm sorry. Go on. That's dismissive.
That's true. I mean, that's true because like when I moved up here to New York, people were like, "Where are you from?" Like I was saying Sugar Land, and people were like, "Oh, no one really knows Sugar Land." So I was like, "Oh, let me just shorthand Houston." Plus, like that's where I was living when I moved here to New York. But I miss the food more than anything, man. The food was really like it's like the most underrated part about Houston is the food is so good. I think it's because you have to drive everywhere. You can't really get by with having mediocre food. Like people just stop going to your restaurant.
Yeah,
that's true.
I always say the only way your restaurant will close in Houston is your food is bad.
It's bad, which is like, that's such an underrated quality about a restaurant. Like here in New York, there's so many restaurants, but because there's so many, you can get by with being mediocre. It's like you have the pro is it's convenient. Like you're on every corner. You don't have to be the best. You're everywhere.
Yeah. In Houston, you'll get in your car and you'll drive past a dozen restaurants to get to the one you want. Don't even think about it.
You don't even think about it. Yeah. Right. If you have one bad experience at a restaurant, you're like, oh, cool. I'm never coming here never.
Strike that off the list.
And then you tell like all your closest friends, like, don't go there ever.
No.
It's almost like a secret vendetta to ensure a bad restaurant goes out of business.
But in New York, it's all about walking distance, right? It's like a radius around where you are.
Yeah, it's like I'll spend a bunch of time in like the 1 mile radius, and there's literally dozens of restaurants and bars that like I don't need to. I'm in Brooklyn. I rarely need to even leave, even within Brooklyn. Like I'm in Crown Heights. I rarely would go to like downtown Brooklyn or Williamsburg to go to a restaurant. Like those are. Distance-wise, they're like 3-4 miles away, but train-wise, it's like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. It would be like if I was, if I was going from station and traveling out to like Pearland for dinner. Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
We cut to the top of a mountain. A restaurant on the top of a mountain. Oh gosh, I think I'm just gonna close. I'm making so much money, I just didn't think that, I thought, okay, this is kind of interesting to build a restaurant up here. But I mean, we're so busy. People keep coming, man. We're at the top of a mountain. What's going on with that?
But the food's so good.
I know. I mean, well,
did you not want to be busy?
I mean, kinda, yeah. I wanted a nice, kind of quiet, off the beaten path kind of place. But it seems like, the further out I go, the more people come. It's just, I don't understand it. I don't get what this is. This need to drive so far to eat food.
Is anyone here? I'm ready. Is anyone here?
We open at 5, ma'am. It's 4:49.
I've came a long, long way.
How far?
Put your backpack down in the corner there.
You walked? You walked up the mountain to this restaurant?
Yeah.
I mean, climbed, really.
No, actually, I walked.
You walked? Oh,
yeah, found a nice path. Woo! It took me 8 hours to get up here.
You know what? I'm kind of impressed. Most people, they drive or they've got the packed burros, coming up for, the scenic route. Nobody's ever walked. That's pretty amazing.
Well, word on the street is you have the best food in town. And when they told me that you were up here on this mountain, I just totally gave everybody in the town the middle finger, and I walked myself up this mountain. I wanted to try your food.
Okay.
You came to the right place. Food's here great. Mm-hmm. I work the bar. Need a drink?
Yeah. Can I get some Tampico?
Tampico?
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh, you have that.
Would you want ice on that or?
No, just give it to me. Give it to me straight.
Okay.
Ma'am, we have to serve her.
Yeah. No, you're right. I'll get menus. I'll bring it out. Will you be dining alone? Are you expecting anybody else?
Well, my husband, he's on the way up.
The two of you?
Yeah.
He walked up this mountain too?
Yeah, we got in an argument, so I got in like a 30-minute head start on him.
Okay.
And he was trailing behind me, but he's coming up. He has a big appetite too. I heard him burping on the way up here.
Okay. All right. I'll
Can you actually get another Tampico ready for him? He's going to want one.
2 Tampicos coming up.
Thanks.
Okay. I'll get in the kitchen and guess I'll start cooking.
We cut back into the kitchen. What's going on? You seem so down today.
I don't know. I mean, I wanted
I thought this was your dream.
Yeah, I wanted tonight to be special. I don't know, I just wanted one night where maybe nobody would come and I could just sit here and look at all the success I have and then, decide if I want to keep doing this or if I want to step away. But
you wanted a night where no one would come and then you would look at your success?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've been so successful up to this point, but it's boring.
I like the paychecks.
I know you do.
I appreciate that. If you close, what am I going to do?
Excuse me.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I better get back out to the bar.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
My husband just took a sip of this Tampico and he said it's disgusting.
What?
He doesn't know what you guys have done, but this is disgusting.
That Tampico came right out the jug.
Are you sure?
I work the bar here. I've been working this bar here as long as this restaurant's been here. Yeah, I'm sure. That Tampico's been here as long as this restaurant's been here.
Okay. I'm sorry. Maybe it's me. Actually was coming up here with 6 friends and 5 of them didn't make it. Lost them on the way.
What happened? Did they get lost?
There was an avalanche, wolves.
Oh my.
Had a couple of accidents. It was a very eventful trip. I'm trying to surprise you, but
I guess you don't want some water or something? Maybe Tampico is the first thing you drink.
On your stomach.
No, just give me another Tampico. That's fine.
What's a Tampico? We've been through a lot. Do something to make the Tampico taste better. I'm going to leave a review.
He grabs her by the shirt. That's it. If you get a bad review, maybe people won't come as much.
Wow, and then I can start over. I'd have to fight my way back to the top.
And take me with you.
Okay, that's all right. Fine. All right.
It affects more people than you. You know that, right?
Okay. Put more salt in the Tampico. Okay, just
more than I usually do.
More than you usually do. Put a few more things in there. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna serve them white rice. I'm not even gonna put anything on it. I'm just come out with white rice. I'll be right back.
You know what? This new Tampico, perfect.
Perfect. Oh. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not too salty?
No, it's got the right amount of salt. I like a little bit of salt about Tampico.
My husband has exquisite taste, sir. He knows exactly what he wants, and so I believe him.
What you guys get? Oh.
I'm here with the specials, you guys.
Okay.
I hope you enjoy them.
Perfect. What do we have?
Fresh and hot from the firewood stove. We've got some fresh steamed rice.
Ooh, my favorite.
We steam it with morning dew water and a little essence of honeysuckle. Please enjoy.
Wow.
That sounds delicious.
It sounds amazing. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It kind of looks like you just poured Tampico over the rice.
But that's exactly what we love.
But we love it. So
I'm
okay either way.
What is going on? They're supposed to hate this. This is nothing fantastic at all.
You're just too good. You can't even make a bad dish by accident.
Are you light on the salt in the Tampico?
No, I emptied the can.
Yeah. I don't know what to do now. I wanted
maybe the mountain, maybe coming up the mountain made him delirious, the lack of oxygen, the losing the 5 friends. Maybe the circumstances around getting into the restaurant is what's making the food taste so good.
Oh, you're right. I got to figure out another way to ruin this. Oh, how about music? I'll turn on some really unpleasant music. And, maybe that might dampen the mood. Maybe some nerd hip hop.
Hey, I like nerd hip hop.
Well, I can't lose. Why am I so successful no matter what I do?
Excuse me. Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
My husband is a DJ, and whenever he has a great meal, he just wants to play for the restaurant owner. Do you mind if we set up over here in the corner by our book bags? We got some portable amps.
Yeah.
And
you portable that up a mountain?
the 5 friends were, yeah.
It's gonna be a party, you know, for all of us.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna celebrate making it up the mountain, and you know, the other guys who were carrying the band equipment got attacked by the wolves and stuff. So
I mean,
over here.
you can say no.
No.
To give you.
You guys have gone through a lot to get here. I don't wanna dampen your spirits. Yeah, go ahead and set up. That's fine.
Thank you.
What type of DJ is
the
he?
review you've ever had? We promise. We're gonna get thousands of people up here.
Thousands of people.
Thousands.
No, that's.
My husband has 10 million followers that just walk. Yeah, they just show up wherever he does. All he has to do is say, "Hey, y'all, come here," and they're going to show up.
You can't let him leave that review if you want to start over.
Go to the back and just shake the Wi-Fi wires or something. Some kind of way.
Wi-Fi wires.
I don't know what to tell you to do. I don't know anything about that stuff. Okay, all I do is just pay for it. You just go in there and make it impossible for him to connect to the internet and send out any messages that he's up here playing this music.
The guy goes back, shuts off the power completely to the restaurant.
Well, I can't get on the internet.
Oh no!
Excuse me, are your Wi-Fi wires working?
Oh,
I can't get on. I can't get on the Wi-Fi. The wire is working.
I'm not sure. Let me check with.
I can't DJ without.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Okay, I'll check. Okay, we got him on the ropes. This is good. Oh wait a minute, I almost fell. I can't see anything in here. It's pitch black. That was so foolish being on top of a mountain. And we don't have. You know, this is the only power source. The lights here in this restaurant. I can't see anything.
Yeah, other than that, it's just the beautiful moonlight coming through the windows.
Well, honey, to see that beautiful moonlight out there?
Oh my God, I was just noticing it.
Yeah.
And scene. Wow. Yeah, I didn't know.
Wires.
The what was the Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi wires.
It's the Wi-Fi wires.
What?
No. Never seen a more grounded scene that took place on a mountaintop. Truly, the most psychotic circumstances of a couple who we don't find out what they were arguing about.
Yeah.
It was bad enough that they decided to walk 30 minutes apart from each other.
8-hour trip up a mountain.
8-hour trip up a mountain. This must have been after they lost their friends. I don't imagine they... Or maybe it happened before. And then she heard, "Hey, babe, I just thought I'd let you know. All the friends, they got murdered. The wolves. I told you the wolves."
They took it so well. It was an eventful trip.
Just handled it like champs. Didn't even call anybody to pick up bodies. No sense. They had to take it to this restaurant so he could DJ. Still wanted to DJ.
Food was that great.
Oh boy.
But yeah, Adrian, I want to hear more about kind of what it's. Let me ask you this. Because there's definitely people who look to move to hot spots like New York and Chicago and LA to kind of grow their careers as entertainers.
Yeah.
What sort of experiences, lessons learned, advice kind of would you tell them based on your experiences that you've had in the city?
I think the most important what I've learned is truthfully that there are so many different paths to getting into the entertainment industry, and everyone's path will look different and take and be on different timelines. And one person's success is relative, and so depending on like what he is, it will be relative as well. Like if one person's goal is to perform on a house team at UCB, someone else's goal might be like making money fully from like working or doing commercials. So that's like one of the biggest things I've learned is just like whatever one's path takes it's going to be different. And so for me, it's been helpful to just keep an open mind about that, because when I've tried to hold to like some kind of rigid, crazy goal, like I'm gonna be on TV by the time I turn 25, like that, I have little to no control over. Like I'm not, unless I'm a TV exec or like my uncle is, like that's so hard to do. But I think setting those kind of high goals is good, just so that it brings you closer to other people chasing those goals. And the longer I do it, the more I recognize is that it's way less important where you are, especially because the internet, like things like this, are happening. Way more important of like who you're doing it with, and like doing that with the tribe, folks, is like it's a long journey, and there's no real certainty to where it will take you, when it will end. And so ideally, you're doing it with people that you like enjoy doing the work with, because it is work. Like it's fun to perform and entertain, but it's also a lot of work behind the scenes stuff. Typically, really depending on like what kind of entertainment, I think like if it's like TV stuff, there's more. In general, the trend has been like most TV jobs are LA based, and then the next is New York, and then I think Chicago also has some stuff too, but I think it's in that order. I think if it's like the stage or stage craft or stand up, I think New York is really great for that. That you could perform every single night doing stand up or some kind of solo show. There's just like so many more stages to do that. Not to say there aren't any in LA. I get the sense that there are more clubs out in New York.
Awesome. Where's your favorite place to do stand up in New York? Or even what's the hardest room that you've played on the opposite side?
That's a good question.
The hardest room I ever did, I think it was less the room and more like a given crowd. The toughest crowd I ever performed in front of was like, it was, this might be, the toughest crowd I ever did in New York was honestly in front of like, our sketch team was putting up a show of like a showcase. Everyone was doing a showcase of individual like performances, and I was like, oh great, I do stand up, I'll do like some stand up. But like most of the audience members were like family members of the performers, and I was going up first, and there was no warm up act, so it was just like a cold audience of like folks who were like, I'd say like just older white folks. And I was like, oh shit, let's see if this like horoscope material goes well. I was like, hey, you guys follow the horoscopes? And it's like people looking at me like blinking slowly, like, oh, it's gonna be a rough one. I was like, you guys know y'all know how it is being single right now. Like everyone's with their wife or
grandchild,
wives of 40 years, and
just talking about. I felt psychotic talking to them. I wish I had just like done more crowd work. But that was probably the toughest. My favorite show I did in New York was at a friend's. He hosted this bar show. It was just like a good vibe where I was connecting with the audience and like jokes were going well. And yeah, I'd say that was my favorite. I couldn't even tell you the name of the bar, but like just like everything was popping, material was hitting.
What's your favorite thing to work on? Whether it be writing sketch or probably show jokes for stand-up, or producing videos. Like, what do you think? Not necessarily have show more favorite towards, but like, what do you find yourself working on the most consistently?
I feel like I work in seasons, or like whatever is. And this might not be the best approach, but for me, I like do what is interesting me at the time. So sometimes I'll be in like a season of like, oh, right now I'm really into improv, and I'll do more improv. Or another season will be like, okay, this is like, I'll set a goal of like, I want to write 15 minutes of stand-up material, or like I want to do a half-hour show. I'll work to that and get into doing that. And I think it's like less. I like the chase way more than any specific thing. Of these different chases, I really like going after the stand-up stuff. I really like writing a joke. To me, it's funny. I put it up on stage, and like of all the stuff, like I might do like, let's say in a typical week, I do 10 to 15 open mics. And like I might have spent like a total of an hour on stage during a week, and material I could keep probably totals like a minute if I'm lucky, maybe 2 minutes. And everything else is just like bombing, just delivering jokes to dead silence, you know, doing the whole like, all right, what else?
What else? Yeah.
Talk about when I want to talk. Yeah. That's because it's like it's looking for like it feels like finding pearls in like a pile of shit. And then when you find that, like, there's so much just hot shit to go through. Shit. You stink, you know, you smell, but then you get that, like, a good joke and it hits. It's like a pearl, and it's yours. You made it. No one can get that from you. So that's why I love, like, really like doing the stand-up stuff.
Wow.
But recently I took a storytelling class with a woman, Carly-Ann Philbin. She's teaching this. I think she's teaching remote classes, but that was cool because took something that I always enjoyed watching, which is like performers tell stories, especially like comedic ones, and she presented it in a way that like it helped my brain. Like I got kind of a mathy brain when it comes to comedy. I'm like, you know, X plus Y equals a joke. And so she kind of gave me a formula to do my own storytelling. I really enjoyed coming up with stories for that. So
oh,
I love the formula.
Yeah. We cut to a math class. All right, class. I just reviewed your test scores, and I'm ashamed that I didn't want to score them in the grade book. So I'm going to try something different. We're going to do a little comedy today. We're going to use comedy to explain the same principles as math. All right? Antoine, you see that equation on the board?
Yeah.
Could you go ahead and read it for me?
Sure. A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Exactly. That C squared is a punchline. All right? I want you to imagine that as your punchline.
Punchline?
A squared is your what? A squared is your setup. B squared is your angle. All right? And you have yourself a joke. Are you guys getting this algebra now?
No.
Nope.
Oh.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to take in that equation I just wrote on the board.
Can you give us an example?
Yeah, that would help.
Give an example?
Yeah.
Okay. Someone give me the word.
Mustard.
Yeah.
All right.
Good word.
So A squared. My setup is, I never really liked mustard. Y'all get that? That's A squared. That represented as A squared.
They're taking
Antoine,
notes.
I want you. Angle B squared. I mean, you ever looked at something like mustard? I mean, it's all grainy and yellow, and it just goes in your body.
All right.
That's B squared.
And so you're gonna add them together?
When you add those two together, you get. Why not use mustard to masturbate?
What? Can you share your work on this? I'm not getting this, sir.
Hey, you had me come up with an example on the spot here. Just come on now. Your punchline doesn't have to matter. The point of the board is algebra. There's a
different example that isn't about masturbating with mustard. I don't know.
So you saying that joke didn't work?
No, give us
All right. Okay. Well, let me look through my notes here. I got some more. You know. By the way, you guys will get 20% extra credit if you go to my open mic tonight.
Oh.
By the way.
Okay.
I think I see what's going on here. He's working out his jokes on us.
I'm not working on your jokes. I'm killing two birds with one stone. I'm preparing for my
teacher's lounge like an hour later. Hey John, heard you bombed your class today. It's so great.
I didn't bomb, man.
Oh,
I don't consider it bombing, man. I'm teaching.
We heard it was a bomb.
It wasn't a bomb.
It was a bomb.
It wasn't a bomb. It wasn't.
I mean,
Daryl, I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing, Daryl. We got dunked on in gym class the other day. I didn't say nothing to you. I didn't come laugh at you when you walked in here with ice on your head when a freshman dunked on you. Don't come at me because I'm trying to pursue my dreams. I don't want to be here stuck in education the rest of my life.
You think we didn't try to do other stuff before we got stuck in education?
I don't know. I hope not. That means you're a loser. If it didn't work out, I am not a loser.
We cut to a teacher in a different class. All right, class. So if you look on the board here, you see Africa, and now you don't. Where'd Africa go, class?
It's behind the curtain.
Mr. Bailey, please just teach us. We've got an AP exam coming up.
Yeah.
And scene.
Damn, that's real. That reminds me of when I was tutoring in the city. I would tutor kids with web development. When they found out I was a comedian, game over, man.
What happened?
Over. It's over.
What happened?
Yeah.
Tell us a joke. I was like, I really. Come on, mister. Come on, tell us a joke, man. And I told it, and it bombed. Of course, it bombed. Like, man, you're not funny, man. That's why you're here teaching.
That's the worst.
I guess.
It is the worst. It's the worst. I hate when people ask you, like when they've discovered you do comedy, and they ask you to do a joke.
Do a joke.
Like I always think, like, what do they really expect? You know, what do they expect you to do? It's never gonna be like what they see the polished special that they see on Netflix. Like, what do you expect?
I truly don't know. Like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Yeah.
I love Tandy. Were you a smoking?
In the teacher.
You know, I was like, is that a thing you could do?
Able to. They could be in there smoking and drinking coffee. Like if you had to go in to call a teacher, it'd be a thick haze. Mr. Pass, Mr. Bullis.
That was funny as hell.
I went to see you in your office hours, but it was too smoky back there. Couldn't find you, man. But my wife's a high school teacher, and high school students are they're emotional brutes, man. They're savage, but if you like really cut them, like they just fall to pieces because they're so immature. Yeah. But if you don't have your shit together, man, they're gonna ride you.
Whatever insecure, they find out. They were like, I remember like just being really close to a kid, and he was like, he was just like, your front teeth are kind of crooked. Anyways, so like, what's you say about HTML? Like, my like soul is shattered. I was like, oh, good, you got it. No, you have it. You got it. That's the right answer.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, what other job is so taxing that you need a goddamn break room to go to to get away from the people that
actual thing
job for, right? Because you don't have
a lounge.
There's no programmer's lounge. You know, you just sit in your cubicle. You just do that job all day. Yeah. There are a couple of places where you got to have like a lounge
away from
escape. Yes, you've got to escape from that.
We cut to a lounge on a zombie movie set. Amichi's in there smoking. Amici,
what?
Found you.
I'm here.
Yo, You disappeared with those zombies back at the cabin. I thought you were dead. You've been making movies with these zombies, man.
Yeah, I have. And
You didn't even tell me.
Yeah, I need
Trash is still full.
The what?
The trash is still full at the cabin.
Yeah, I'm almost done with the movie. When I'm done with the movie, I'll come and take out the trash.
Michi, we need a rewrite on the scene where the zombies go to the car dealership to get a car.
Yeah, man. I didn't like that scene, so I ate it, man.
Yeah, he keeps eating stuff he doesn't like. So we need
and I'm gonna eat this director of photography if he keeps fucking his shot up too. I've warned him 3 times, Michi.
I know, like, you've warned every problem. You guys come to me. I'm just a writer. You come to me with every problem, like I'm, the all powerful one. But give me 5 minutes, and I'll come and fix everything.
To be honest, Michi, you are up on this mountain, like, kind of like an all powerful guy.
Yeah,
I'm in the crappy cabin that we have. You're sitting up here in this mountain movie set in your sweet office.
Yeah,
I just feel like you forgot about me. We're buddies.
No, I didn't forget about you. Hey, I know this really cool restaurant. You wanna go to it? It's not too far.
Sure. Yeah, let's go talk there. Let's stop getting interrupted by zombies.
Yeah, I need 5 minutes. I need a break from this place. I've been doing this for too long. So let's go up here.
Oh no.
What? What's up?
Get the Tampico out there. I see 2 people walking up this mountain, man. This cannot be happening. I got terrible reviews after the couple fell off the side looking at the moonlight.
Stop running from your dream.
Oh, I don't want it.
You can do this, Gloria.
No, it's not possible.
Or just leave it to me.
All right, I'll let that. I'll go and start boiling the rice. This time, I'm just gonna put arsenic in it. I don't care what you say. I'm just gonna kill somebody.
By the way, they got the best white rice in Tampico up here that you've ever had in your life. I promise. Never had anything like this. Hey,
all right, man.
Table 2.
Yeah, you can sit over here. Just put your backpacks over in the corner.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I'm sorry I rushed you like that, Amici. Like, I guess I was a little stressed out, with the trash overflowing and the chore wheel, and you just kind of never call in. But I could see you're really busy. You're making a lot happening.
Yeah, I've got a whole career now. Isn't that great?
Yeah, because before you didn't, and it did bother me.
Yeah, especially like during these times where it's a zombie apocalypse and I've got a career.
Yeah, you're blossoming.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna trust you with this restaurant. You say the food's good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, you know what? We'll eat a dish and it'll be water under the bridge.
Okay, great.
Woo! Sorry, took me a while from the back. I've been doing this Zumba step for about 2 weeks now, and I can't stop.
Oh, is that why you have the knee braces?
Yep. Yeah, I got your specials. Oh, all right. Hey now, all right. Enjoy that.
Well, actually, real quick, did you go to the twerk marathon?
Oh, you recognize me?
Yeah,
yeah. I thought I came in third. I worked really hard, and then I don't.
It's
know.
crazy that those zombies beat you in that twerk marathon. Who knew? Who knew that they had it in them?
They couldn't stop. They just kept going.
They're soulless. I mean, I guess if you're undead, you don't have a heart rate, so you're never gonna get tired. I ain't even think about that.
Well, there's no one in this restaurant. Why don't you sit down and have a meal with us? We can kind of learn more about the twerk marathon. Sounds super interesting. And my buddy here, he's on a huge movie set right now.
Oh, that's great. No, nobody's been interested in my story for a while. If you don't mind, I'll sit.
Sure, pull the plate, grab a spoon.
Hey, give me one more Tampico.
It's a really good Tampico, by the way. Yeah.
They put so much salt in those Tampicos. It's got my blood pressure up. It's affecting how I'm performing, and it's really, really causing me to sweat a lot. Hey, as a matter of fact, can you put this headband on me?
Sure.
Yeah, it's just gonna keep the sweat from dripping into my eyes as I eat this. Oh, thanks.
Okay.
Hey, excuse me, y'all. Excuse me.
Huh?
I've been getting chased by zombies up this mountain, and I've bombed at every comedy club down at the bottom of this mountain. Do you mind if I just do some jokes for you guys?
And scene. And that is the Can't Tell Us Nothing show. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Adrian, for being a part of it. It was great having you on here. Let the people know where they can find out more about you and what you're doing.
You can find out more about me. I'm on Instagram at frimmy.dot.com, C-O-M. And I'll be posting updates there.
Awesome. You can find out more about us at CTUNImprov on most social media platforms. That's Twitter, that's Instagram, that's Facebook, CTUNImprov, CTUNImprov. Also our website, CTUNimprov.com. Also YouTube, CTUNimprov. And these podcasts will appear on YouTube and on the Mockingbird Network. So check it out there. Anything else before we go?
Sugarland is basically Houston.
Thank you. We need to hear that. Thank you.
Anyone outside of Houston? Sugarland is Houston. Katie is Houston.
We welcome you.
Missouri City is Houston.
Cool. Yeah, it's cool. You can use the name.
Appreciate that. I needed that.
All right, for all the people in Sugarland, and for Tandy, for John, for Michi, for myself, and Antoine, and for Adrian, thank you again for being a part of this. That is Can't Tell Us Nothing show. We are out.